So the Ohio State Buckeyes are 4-0. They traveled across the nation and made a statement in their win over Washington, a matchup many people were labeling as a trap game. But now it's back to the shoe to take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers, a game they are heavily favored in. But I also want to talk about the good news going on with this team, because there have been some unexpected standout players through the first 4 games. And in games where you would expect this team to maybe be sluggish to start, they have come out of the gates firing, even if it hasn't been on the scoreboard initially. And also, this Buckeyes team is one of the only bright spots in terms of sports right now for Ohio. The Guards lost, the Brown season is pretty much over before it even began. I know we got the Cavs in Cleveland, but really this Buckeyes team is one of the only senses of optimism this state has, so that's what I want to talk about in this video. But first, before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 60,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so Ryan Day recently spoke to the media about a young emerging player by the name of Aaron Scott. He may sound unfamiliar, but Day had very high praise, saying the last 13 times that we've run down on kickoff, he was the first guy to the 30-yard line. Then he gets there in the game, and he makes that hit inside the 20-yard line. As a result, that guy is going to have more opportunities to make plays moving forward. Aaron Scott's going to start playing more football around here, Day said. That's how you cut your teeth on special teams. That's the culture that we have, and the guys buy into it. Scott came to Ohio State as a 5-star prospect in the 2024 recruiting class, but unlike others in his class such as Jeremiah Smith and Edric Houston, he struggled to earn playing time behind starting cornerbacks Denzel Burke and also David Igmanosin, but he's doing the little things to get noticed, and it's paying off. Another early season standout has been none other than Bo Jackson. All off season, on this channel and many other outlets, we talked about CJ Donaldson from West Virginia and also James Peoples. The stats are actually absurd because Bo has only played in 3 games out of the 4, and his numbers are nearly double the other guys. So far in just 35 carries, he has 297 yards, 1 touchdown, and an average of just under 9 yards a carry. I mean, he's looking like the real Bo Jackson, video game numbers. It's not like CJ Donaldson or James Peoples have been bad or have done anything wrong. I mean, they haven't been good, averaging just over 4 yards per carry. To me, it's just the emergence of Bo that should be talked about. I know he's young, and I don't want to degrade the other backs on this team because they are going to be important throughout the season. They're going to have their moments where they have to step up. But Bo Jackson by far has the highest ceiling of anyone in the backfield. He can get those explosive gains, and I only expect him to improve because he is still so young and he's learning game by game. That's honestly the scariest part. To continue on with the good news and developments, we're going to talk about Matt Patricia's defense, because holy cow, through a total of 4 games, they have gave up a whopping total of 22 points. They're not even giving up a touchdown a game. And it's not like they have played nobody. They played the Texas Longhorns and Arch Manning, who were the 1 seed heading into the season. They played at Washington across the country, an undefeated team with a lot of spark plugs. And even Ohio at times has shown the ability to score. So this defense has been lights out, led by Caleb Downs, and I love the schemes that Patricia has been drawing up. In terms of some of the standout players, the first one is Caden Curry, a defensive end. He has 25 tackles, which actually leads the team, along with 5 sacks and 9 assists. He really anchors the pass rush, he has a relentless motor, and he wins both off the edge and also on inside stunts, and his combination of speed and leverage creates mismatch problems, and he regularly disrupts backfields. Curry's sack numbers really attest to his efficiency as a true difference maker up front. The next guy who's been big and is kind of an underrated and under-the-radar player is the linebacker by the name of Arvell Reese. So far, he has 25 tackles, 2 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss, and also 12 assists, and he's really like Patricia's versatile chess piece. He plays a hybrid of linebacker and also lines up on the edge. He's been thriving in the penny front as a stand-up rusher and run defender, and Reese regularly wins one-on-ones at the line and drops into coverage when it's needed. He really has flashed NFL-level athleticism and instincts. He's especially effective as a spy, and in short zone drops, he can stuff runs, and he can also blow up screens. Really, he just does it all. The next guy that's been stepping up all season long is Sonny Styles, as expected. He has 21 tackles, 8 assists, 1 fumble recovery, and he really is a hybrid enforcer. He plays in the box, but also he can range deep. He's key for the red zone defense, which has allowed no touchdowns in the red zone all year up to this point. and he's also violent in run support. His change of direction and closing speed allows Patricia to disguise blitzes and also rotate coverages pretty seamlessly. The next player doesn't even need any introduction. He's probably the best player in all of college football. It's Caleb Downs. He has 15 tackles, 1 interception, 6 assists, but it's not even about the stats. You can just watch your TV, watch him live. You know he's the best player. He just has that presence. He wins with awareness and ball skills. He's the single high safety on most downs, but he also rotates into the box when it's needed. His interception against Texas was his biggest play of the season so far. I only expect him to get more. Again, opposing offenses prepare for him. They want to go on the other side of the field from where he's at. So, I mean, his stats are obviously not looking as good as they could be, but there is no dismissing his impact. The next player on the line I want to talk about is Caden McDonald. He has 21 tackles so far, 3 sacks, 11 assists, also a forced fumble on top of that. He has thrived in Patricia's fronts, facing fewer double teams and creating havoc inside. His quickness and lower body strength keep the run game in check and collapse the pocket. He often forces hurried throws. We've seen that especially against the lower tier teams like Ohio and Grambling. Jermaine Matthews back in the secondary at corner is also another one of those guys who has made a big impact. I know I'm basically listing the whole team, but that's just how good this defense has been. He has 8 tackles, 1 interception. He had that huge one against Arch Manning, and he just regularly takes on the top receivers of every team. He wins with technique and anticipation, and really his lockdown efforts against Texas in that first game was the reason why the Buckeyes were able to comfortably win that game. In terms of like the scheme evolution ever since Matt Patricia has come into town and has taken over this defense, Ohio State previously relied on a classic 4-man front, but Patricia has introduced a hybrid penny front with 4 defensive linemen, 1 guy out on the edge, 5 defensive backs, and this formation has created more one-on-one matchups for both linemen and edge players such as Reese. Also, Patricia has just been able to keep the defense unpredictable, maximizing player versatility. Hicks and Reese have rotated between pass rush, coverage, and spirals, while Styles and Downs can fit either the box or deep zones. And then also he has really introduced disguise coverages. I mean, that's always been a thing, but he uses it a lot. The Buckeyes frequently shift post-snap, rotating safeties and flipping linebackers from rush to coverage, and this keeps quarterbacks guessing and limits explosive plays. Alright, now moving on, I want to talk about the upcoming game against Minnesota. They're kind of a sneaky little threat. It's a night game, should be electric, should be fun, but Minnesota really has been on an upswing as a program. Minnesota coming into this game is riding momentum after a dramatic win over the Rutgers, with their freshman QB and Drake Lindsey earning the Big Ten Freshman of the Week honor for a 324-yard, 3-touchdown performance. This is a more dynamic Minnesota offense than in recent years. They rely on quick decision making in the passing game, and they spread the ball to their playmakers like Cyrus Allen. They also have elite run defense. Obviously they haven't faced a team like the Buckeyes yet, but they actually boast the nation's 5th ranked run defense, so 5th best in all of college football, obviously, if you're new to this. And their defensive line's discipline could force Ohio State to become more creative than usual. Again, I don't doubt that Ryan Day is going to be able to figure it out. I think eventually he will, whether it's through the passing game, trick plays, whatever he's got to do. Maybe the Buckeyes will start out slow in the first quarter. I could see that happening, but overall, I do expect Ohio State to win this game by over 3 touchdowns. Same kind of game as Minnesota. I think it's going to be that type of vibe. But yeah, that's really all I got for this video. There's a lot going on with the Buckeyes right now, a lot to look forward to. If you enjoyed this one, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Your support truly means the world. Also, let me know what you would like to see next. And until then, I will see you all later.